lovelies. Hello, champion. Welcome to another edition of learning. I hope you enjoyed our last video and our last class. Today, our learning targets will be: I can review contractions and tricky words. I can understand the purpose of quotation marks. I can ask and answer questions about the key details in the story, The Jumping Frog. Now, let's play a contraction matching game. Contractions are two words combined to make a new word with an apostrophe, signaling the letters left out of a word. Let's match the contraction to the two words that make up the contraction. Am would be I am. Am would be I am. Can't would be cannot. Let would be let us. Correct. Now we have whose. Whose will be who is or who has. Then that will be that is or that has. Then whose would be what would have. Correct. Now we've will be we have. He'll will be he will. Didn't will be did not, and couldn't will be could not. Correct. Now let's look at our tricky words, because remember, tricky words are words that do not play by the rules. Now examples of these tricky words are because, tomorrow, where, could, their, word, yesterday, your, today, or, should, how, and have. All. Everybody say all. I want to read all the books. Who has the first person to walk on the moon? Who was the first person to walk on the moon? They are special punctuation marks we use when writing to show a person is speaking. This type of punctuation is called quotation marks. I need a student to please come to the front of the classroom. I am going to ask the student what she or he likes to eat. I like to eat. Now, speech bubbles are used to show the words a person says or said. I like to eat. Now, Dash said, I like to eat Dash. The comma tells us to pause. The comma comes before the quotation marks. The quotation marks tells us exactly what he, Dash, said. Now, the end punctuation is inside of the quotation marks. The first word of the sentence and the first word in the quotation marks is also capitalized. Please take note. Quotation marks shows the reader exactly what the person has said during the conversation or dialogue. I will continue asking students to come up front after I ask the question. We will practice writing responses using quotation marks. Use the slide to record responses. Now, let's complete this as a class. Worksheet 4.1 quotation marks. Now, wiggle cat. Now, I will say a word and you will perform that word I have said. Shake your legs. Shake your fist. Lick your lips. Drive a truck. Now, our reading time, our small group will be reading The Jumping Frog in your reader, the bedtime tales. Now, today's story is the first part of a two-part story. This story is an example of another type of fiction called trickster tale. A trickster tale is now let's talk about a trickster tale. A trickster tale is a story about characters who are smart, larger or stronger characters. Now let's review some important terms. Characters. Now, we review characters, the people or animals in the story. Setting, where the story takes place. Plot, the problem and the events in the story. Now, let's review the following spellings for this story. Stream, compete, and problem. Let's preview the vocabulary words. Now, pay special attention whenever you see quotation marks in the story. Paying attention to quotation marks will help you understand that the two main characters, Big Jim and Pete, are speaking in a dialogue or a conversation. Try using different voices for the characters when you see quotation marks. Small groups I. You will read the story with me. We will discuss characters and settings. Then we will complete our worksheet 4.2. Small group 2. You will read the story with your partner and complete worksheet 4.2. Discussion questions. Who are the two main characters in the story so far? The main characters in the story are Big Jim and Pete. What is the setting? The setting of the story is in the West or the Wild West a long time ago. What are the problems and events in this story? That's the plot. Big Jim boasts that he has the fastest frog in the land. Pete, a stranger, said he will raise Big Jim's frog, but he doesn't have a frog on his own. Big Jim tells Pete he will go to the stream to get him a frog to raise. What does it mean to take a bet? It means he accepts Big Jim's challenge. If his frog can beat Big Jim's frog, he will win $10. Why didn't Mike's dad finish the story? Mike's dad did not finish the story because Mike fell asleep. Now remember we have the spelling test tomorrow. Worksheet 4.3, take home. Have a nice day. Till I come again and take you in another video. Bye for now.